They tower hundreds of feet over our heads, and they can, as we saw recently, come crashing down with deadly force. 4 people died and 4 more were injured when this crane collapsed a little over a week ago out in Seattle. Cranes also, as we well know, dot the skyline all over North Texas. And tonight, I-Team reporter Brian New found that crane accidents are so common here, the federal government is singling out our region.
No! And believe it or not, what the?
When you watch the video from Seattle, then look up at the estimated 100 cranes across DFW, the answer is not only yes, it could happen here, but yes, it already has. According to federal labor statistics, Texas is at the top of the list when it comes to fatal crane accidents, with nearly 4 times as many deaths as any other state.
Real bad scenes, and I've never seen anything like it.
In 2012, on the campus of the University of Texas, Dallas, a construction crane was being dismantled when it collapsed, killing Terry Weaver and his co-worker Thomas Fairbrother. In 2017, a crane tipped over in downtown Dallas, killing worker Isidro Morales. When these 2 accidents happened, they were all over the local news. But the CBS 11 I-Team found they are not the only fatal crane accidents to have occurred in North Texas. Geraldo Saldivar was working on a crane in Dallas in 2015 when he got caught between the boom and the truck. He was crushed to death. There's been others: Burl Strickland of Royce City, Renee Morris of Commerce, William Campbell of Alvarado. The CBS 11 I-Team has found since 2012 at least 8 workers in North Texas have been killed in crane accidents. And while no pedestrians have been killed, it's not just workers who are at risk.
I mean, we're going to be here a while. I mean, traffic is back that way and back this way, so.
In 2016, this crane toppled along I-30 in Arlington, closing down the freeway for hours. Another fell late last year in this busy University Park neighborhood where a school was under construction. All of these crane accidents in North Texas have caught the attention of the federal government, which is why late last year, OSHA put the construction industry in Texas on notice, renewing a program that calls for an increase in crane inspections in the region, noting that the problem may be far greater than the elevated risk reported by employers. In 2017, OSHA conducted 77 crane inspections in the Texas region, finding 65 violations. 71% were serious, willful, or repeat.
And OSHA plays a vital part, but they're just handcuffed.
Attorney Dwayne Dent is a personal injury lawyer who specializes in crane accidents. He says the problem is the penalties for those violations are not stiff enough. In every fatal crane accident investigation in North Texas since 2012, at least 1 serious violation was issued by OSHA. But the majority of the time, the I-Team found the fine for each death was less than $10,000.
If you hold them in the public light in a courtroom before a jury and the press, and they can hear what the facts were, and then that company is subject not only to the monetary fine of a jury verdict, but also the public scrutiny, then I think that solves the problem.
But companies involved in crane accident lawsuits often find ways to keep it quiet, usually settling out of court, requiring families to sign secrecy agreements, forbidding them from speaking about the accident.
They don't want anybody to know that what the facts of the incident were, what the family recovered, what the allegations. They don't want anybody to know.
But in some cases, the accidents can't be kept a secret. Dent says just remember, for everyone you do see, there are likely dozens of others you don't.
Now, here in Texas, you do not have to have a license to operate a crane, but as of just 6 months ago, the federal government now requires all crane operators to be certified. And Doug, because this is a new requirement here in Texas, we called some training facilities here in the area, and they say that they've seen an influx of operators coming in to try to get certified.
So when you talk about certification, begs the question, what does it take to get certified?
Yeah, so it depends on a lot of different factors. The big ones are what type of crane you're going to be operating and your experience. But when we checked, most certification courses are anywhere between 2 days and 3 weeks and can range in price from $2,000 to $6,000.
Okay, the more we know. All right,
Yeah.
Brian, thank you very much. We appreciate it. If you have a tip for Brian or anybody in the I-Team, you can reach out anytime by email. They're always there for you. I-Team@ktvt.com.